Have you ever wondered to yourself, what would be the tastiest monster in Monster Hunter Rise?
What the fuck?
Would it be Diablos? Would it be Puke? It's not Regina, I can tell you that right now. But we're about to find out what would be the tastiest monster in Monster Hunter Rise. So, starting with Acnosom. Acnosom, I mean, you know, your typical chicken bird thing. I would imagine it kind of tastes like a little bit like Kuliaku. Just maybe a bit more bony. I don't know. I feel like for now, like it's a bird. It can't be that bad, but I don't think it would be that great either. Well, we'll see how the tier list plays out. Okay, Almudron. Almudron looks pretty tasty, not gonna lie. Plus, he's always like in the mud and shit. So like, not in shit. Oh, I hope not. But he's always in the mud and stuff. So, you know, it keeps his meat like cool and fresh. You know what I mean? It's good to keep your meat cool and fresh. I'm gonna go Yum. I don't think he's in the So Tasty tier list, but I'm gonna go Yum. Anjanath. You know, I always pictured his meat would be like very tough, you know, and gamey. I mean, he's a standard T-Rex. And then there's that whole thing about like carnivores not tasting as good as herbivores or whatever. I have no fucking idea if that's like true or not. I haven't studied it. Maybe I should have before I opened this tier list. But we're going to put him in. I mean, I don't think he's the worst. But like, I would try him. I'd definitely try him, like the famous Anjanath steak or whatever the fuck. I don't think he would be that great though. Well, let's put the deviants down here for now. Let's just continue on. The bear. The bear. Who's the bear again? Azeroth. Is he a herbivore? No, he eats honey. I feel like he would be a carnivore on occasion. Maybe on like Wednesdays or whatever. I'm going to put him in the Yum tier. Maybe got low Yum tier. I reckon, you know, he'd be pretty... He's pretty fattened up, you know, from all the honey and shit. He's, I reckon he'd be pretty tasty. Barioth. I'm going to put him down here with Anjanath. I'm going to say it now. He's very gamey, you know. Barroth. This is actually a monster I've tried before. Very tasty. No, I don't know. Actually, Barroth would be very fucking tasty. You know why? If you see his hands, they look like little fucking lobsters. You know what I mean? Like, you could just take one of his fingers and just, like, pry it open like a damn lobster shell and just suck all that goodness out. You know what I mean? I think So Tasty. Top of the tier list. Kentucky Fried Barroth. Let's go. Okay, now we have Basarios. Now you might be thinking definitely low tier, right? I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna put him in Yum. I mean, obviously you're not gonna eat the rocks unless, I mean, if you're brave enough, go for it. But I feel like the meat underneath all that rock is very like fresh and tasty. Like if you cut off his, wait, you can't cut off his tail, can you? Man, I have no fucking idea now. But like, as long as they weren't serving the rock part, I would try him. For sure. Basil geese. Basil geese. How do I normally pronounce that? Basil goose? I think I say basil goose. Basil goose? I don't know. This dude, he's pretty plump. He's pretty fat. Although, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot to like kind of get around, you know, like, I don't know if his meat would end up tasting like gunpowder. You know, I'm kind of 50-50. I'm going to keep him in not bad, though. I mean, that is 50-50. I just said I'm 50-50. Sounds like the perfect place for him to be. The monkey. The monkey. Bishaten. I mean, he eats a lot of fruit, doesn't he? He would be like very juicy and full of flavor, you know. I reckon he'd taste like Fruit Loops. Kind of get the Fruit Loops vibe from him. Alright, Chameleos. Looks tasty, probably tastes like poison. Like, okay, so I'm assuming, like, I'm in the Monster Hunter universe, right? And, like, a professional chef is like, here is the signature dish made of this monster. Like, it's perfectly safe to eat. Don't worry, you're not going to die. In that case, I would put him in Yum. Thinking of it like that, yeah, I would try him. Looks pretty tasty. All right, Diablos. Diablos. Eats cactuses, man. He's gonna be juicy as fuck. Have you ever cut off his tail? Dude, have you seen like the meat in his tail? S tier. It looks so like just juicy. You know what I mean? So fresh, so pink, succulent. Gossarag. I think this is where we have our first go fuck yourself, because that is borderline cannibalism, and he would just taste like a goddamn leather boot, man. I'm not into it. I'm not here for it. The Great Baggy. Great Baggy is like, he's probably like the plumpest of the great whatevers. I don't know though. I still think he'd be gamey. I'm gonna put him like high tier. I'd still be willing to try him, but I'll be more willing to try than Great Izuchi. Izuchi, very, you know, stringy, gamey, lean as fuck, no fat at all. Just not that great. Not as bad as cannibalism though. Still not that great. Roggy. You know, just going off the whole, you know, you're not going to die if you eat this because the fucking Meowster chef said so. I'm going to put him just above Izuchi. I'm going to put him above Visarios. Yeah, I think that looks good. Alright, Duratodus. You know, I get he's like, I get that he's like a fish and all, but he also looks like one of them really dirty, like freshwater fish that are more like a pest or whatever. Probably not going to turn out that great. I mean, I would try him. You never know, like, there's potential to be surprised there. He's not guaranteed to be bad. So I'm going to keep him in not bad for now. Kezu. Oh, this is interesting. You know, there's like a trend here, right? Where like monsters you wouldn't think would be that tasty are like pretty high. Such as Basarios. Wait, is there a trend? I don't fucking know. Kezu though, if it wasn't for like the image of eating a Kezu, if it wasn't for the image of eating cock, then I actually think it would be pretty tasty. Like, I feel like he could potentially be S tier because, like, if you cook all like that flabby meat skin, if you cook it just right, that would just melt in your mouth and taste delicious. But you gotta like not know what you order. You know what I mean? You can't imagine a Kezu while you're eating it, otherwise it's just gonna come straight back up. I'm gonna put him like here. Yeah, I would try him for sure. Kuroyaku. I think it goes without saying. I don't think he would be S tier, honestly. I'm actually going to put him at the bottom of Yum. I mean, I guess he would taste like chicken. But the chickens I see are normally a bit fatter than Kuroyaku. I don't think he would be that great. Does he come with the egg? The egg's in the picture. I mean, if you order off a fucking menu and you see a picture of that and you don't get an egg, like, you're gonna want to speak to the manager, man. Like, the egg is just, it's part of the package, man. Kushala. Nah, it's, you know, it's made of steel. Again, there's that whole like, the chef prepared it and swears by it, but like, I don't know, it's too dragony. Is it? I'm gonna put it like bottom of, yeah. I mean, I'll still eat it over Gossarag, so I can't keep it in the bottom tier. Ooh, Lagombi. Lagombi goes in the S, I think. It's a rabbit, and it's a pretty fat one too. I don't think it would be very lean either, because like he's always sliding around the place. He's not really using his muscles too much, except for like the legs and the arms. But like, if you like peel the belly shell off and kind of get inside that fatty goodness, I reckon he'd be pretty tasty. Magnum Arlo. Tastes like marshmallows. You know what? Just because he's the box art monster. Box art. It's like it's a fucking Pokemon game now. I'm going to put him at the top of... I mean, you know, I don't know if, like, he's going to give you some kind of malice bullshit after you eat him. But, again, there's a whole rule of the chef swearing by it. So, hand to God. That's not even the correct usage of that phrase. Moving on. Mizutsune. I would feel bad eating it. I really like Mizutsune. I would feel bad eating it. But it does look pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty. I mean, you know, guilty pleasure, right? Kind of like Kezu, but like for the opposite reason. Kezu, you don't want to know you're eating it because it looks like shit. Mizutsune, you don't want to know you're eating it because it looks too good. But yeah, pretty tasty either way. Nagakuga, I don't think would taste very good. I mean, it goes without saying, right? It's a fucking spiky ass predator. Puke. That tongue, I've always wanted to eat puke tongue. Not gonna lie. Gotta put it in the A tier here. I don't know what the rest of it would taste like, but I feel like the tail and the tongue would be like chef's kiss, you know. You sizzle that tongue, simmer that tongue down to a until you can suck it with a straw. I don't know. It's going a bit far. Raknakadaki, okay. Next one in the bottom fucking tier. Fuck no. You got cannibalism and then you got this. I know I'm Australian. I don't eat spiders. I saw a spider in the kitchen today the size of my fucking thumb. And no. I'm not about that life. Rathalos. I mean, like, wyvern tails, though. Like, every time I go to the chef in Monster Hunter and I see, like, wyvern tail on the menu, I always picture, like, a Rathalos tail. But that could be, like, anything, right? It could be a Diablos tail, and Diablos is in S tier. You know, just for being, like, a signature monster, I'll give him a try. I don't have high hopes, but... I mean, I'll give him a try. Rathian... I'll probably put her a tier less, just because it's more poisonous. It's got the chef's kiss of approval, though. It don't look, whatever, it doesn't matter. Royal Ludroth. I reckon this is one that would taste pretty tasty too. You're just going to get the right part. Like, you can't bite into a heap of sponge. That wouldn't work. Yeah, I would definitely give him a try though. He's going an 8 here. Alright, Somnicanth. This ugly motherfucker. Would it taste like a mermaid? That's the question. Because all the mermaids I've eaten in my life, if it tastes anything like a mermaid, it might be pretty good. Definitely not the top half of a mermaid though. That would be bottom next to Gossarag. But let's see. Let me think. I need some time to think about this one. Okay, I've had my time to think, and I'll put it at the bottom of A tier. I don't have the highest hopes, but I would try it. Okay, Teostra. Straight down here with the rest of them. He's just way too big, way too just majestic. You know, I wouldn't like to eat a lion in real life. I don't think I would eat a Teostra in Pokemon, so. Oh, the Kappa. The Kappa. Tetranodon. I feel like he'd be like a little bit gravelly, maybe, would he? Oh, he does eat a lot of rocks and shit. And they do say you are what you eat. But, like turtle soup, man. I've never had that before. I'd give him a good shot. Definitely. Let's save the final bosses for later. Tigrex, it's a no-brainer. Do I even have to explain that one? Toby Kadachi. What is he? He's an electric squirrel, right? He's very spiky. I don't think he'd be that great. You know what? I kind of like Toby. I feel bad eating him. I think it knocks him down a peg or two. Oh, this guy. Well, again, assuming your meal isn't gonna get covered in shit because that's like his whole shtick, aside from the paralysis. You know, chef's kiss of approval, all things considered. Yeah, I'll keep him in the yum tier. Why not? Another boss boy goes in there. Zenoga. He's a dog. That's pretty fucked up. He's a wolf. I think Zenoga can go fuck himself. You know what? Same with Apex. There's nothing different about him. Valstrax? No. That would taste like jet fuel. I don't care what kind of chef kiss of approval we got going on there. It would taste like jet fuel. I'm not a fan of it. Rajang too. I mean, this dude is just... It would be like eating a fucking brick. Are you kidding me? Way too tough. Is there a difference between these Apexes? Let's think about it. They just look like less tasty versions of their counterparts, right? I'm actually going to put Apex Diablos in Yum. Like, he might retain some of the goodness from regular Diablos, but he does look a little bit out of date, you know. He's a little bit past the expiry there. Mizutsune, Apex Mizutsune. This is a blind one, right? So there's one less eyeball to eat, so like you're getting less value. Again, just a less tasty counterpart of the other one, I guess. Rathel, you know, Apex Rathels can go down quite a bit. You know what, that's way too fucking poisonous for me. Yeah, I think like this. I'm not keen on them if they're not like the original form. Actually, Rathian can go there. Tier list isn't like that specific, but just while I'm at it, might as well throw it there. Okay, well, we're at the end already. The boss boys. Let's go with the Bushi first. What does wind taste like? Now, you know, some of his weapons look pretty tasty, so yeah, I'd put him in Yum. I definitely want to eat him. Nawa? I mean, Nawa caviar, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of caviar to go around. How do you think Komora Village survives? They live off of this monster, I'm telling you. I know Godson's daughter does. I bet she could whip up some good Nawa recipes. Definitely. What the fuck is this called again? All Mother Nawa. It's the same shit. Glowy Nawa. I mean, might look a little bit fancier on the plate, maybe. Sure. And... yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this tier list. Like, obviously I saved the So Tasty for, like, the top monsters. Some might end up like in So Tasty after like you taste them, and then you kind of get a better idea of what they're gonna be like, you know. For all I know, Diablos could taste like shit. Maybe Gosarag is actually the hell of good. Who knows? But for now, that's my Monster Hunter Rise taste tier list. So bon appetit, and I will see you in the next one, whatever that may be.